Jacksonville. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Los Angeles Chargers. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Now Lawrence on first down. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And good pursuit yet again by the Chargers as they stuff him behind the line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
Makes it 3rd and 17.
Ready, set, go! Jackrabbit, come on!
They go play action with Lawrence. Sliding out of the pocket. He finds his man, complete. That's Little. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Brandon, we've... Been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Here's Lawrence. Being chased out left. It's caught by OBJ. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now here's Robinson again on 2nd down. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. They run. Robinson. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. James Robinson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's Sims now from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 21. Throwing to start the drive. Herbert, quick hitter here, it's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. This defense for the Jags, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team...
Now he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you've got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
On play action, Lawrence. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early. because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Eckler going to get it again on second down. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A big gain that time for the Chargers. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. This is caught. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Trey McKinney, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point good by Hopkins. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told them, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And this will go for 5 up to the 33. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And this will be a Jaguars first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line. And they gave themselves options there on the third down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lawrence steps away to his left. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long.
Go!
Play action. It's Lawrence. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a 1st down.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal.
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. It's a big play for the Jaguars.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Hey, go down. Check. Check. Go on. Check 3. Swing.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Here's Jones again on 2nd down. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
He finds his man complete. It's Morrison. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So that'll back him up 5. Looking to throw, Lawrence. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Looking to throw again on second down. Lawrence. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, Lawrence buying time to his left. And a dump off here to Robinson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now Jones. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Now Lawrence. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Now Lawrence. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick here is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Here's Sims now from his end zone. The Charger drive about to get going. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Flushed out right. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Back to throw here, Herbert. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now it's Herbert. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And a potential turning point as they get the football in very good field position late in this first half. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe. So it is a 60-yard attempt here. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
Here's Sims now from his end zone. The Charger drive about to get going. And they will not really have time to do much of anything. 15 seconds, all that remains before halftime. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, Herbert. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And he's giving his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. Odds the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with the coach and our EA Sports halftime report. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. Here's Sims now from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Charger drive about to get going. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
He finds Smith out of the backfield. And out across midfield down to the 45. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. 20! And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And they'll get him down right around the 16. From the 16, Herbert. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he takes it in in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are able to make this a close game again. Hopkins with the extra point, and this is back to a 5-point game. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big connection on that one. 39 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Lawrence will throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Jones, and he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here's Sims now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Charger drive about to get going. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Once more, here's Eckler. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Throwing quickly, and Herbert completes it.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
A loss of 8 on the play, and it brings up 4. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Agnew now to return. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And that will come the offense as they take over. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw complete there to Beckham. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Under pressure, and down he goes. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. Check 93's the mic, 93's the mic. Hey, watch the slant. Check it, go.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. So that time the pressure got home just as he was releasing the football and caused the pick.
And what it did was it disrupted that fragile balance of the mechanics of throwing the football. You know, from the footwork to being able to actually throw it downfield. If one piece of that puzzle gets disrupted, it affects the entire chance of success.
62 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Back now in Jacksonville. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. On the give, this is Eckler. And he'll get this down only to the 18. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Play action. It's Herbert. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. He'll have the wind at his back here in the 4th quarter. And Hopkins' kick is good. And that lead is back down to 9 now. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. The The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation.
And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. It's a big play for the Jaguars.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Lawrence to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Parker. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On 2nd down, it's Robinson. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Odell Beckham. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. So the Jags will keep the offense out there as they'll decide to go for 2. They'll let Robinson try and run. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's Sims now from his end zone. The Charger drive about to get going. And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Here's Herbert. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he takes it all the way up to the 45-yard line. So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. The handoff, it's Eckler. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
54, check, watch 54.
From the 50, here's Herbert. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. The Chargers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Herbert now. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 13-yard line. Here's Herbert. Flush to his right. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
Obviously, a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he's in for a Charger touchdown.
Austin Eckler
with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Chargers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Now the Charger offense will stay on the field as they'll line up to go for the 2-point try.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Let's go, D.
Now Herbert.
And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. Well, the Chargers are pointing, and they've got it. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They are in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now. He'll buy some time right.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Herbert.
Eluding the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Herbert gonna throw.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 17. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Forced out to his left.
And Lawrence going to smartly hit the deck here as he is able to pick up the first down in the process.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. They'll run on first down. Robinson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. That one looks like he'll throw here.
He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not in a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Jags, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Dallas Cowboys next week. Meanwhile,